beasts that act like men, men who act like beasts. See the world of Kamandi, the last boy on Earth. First DC issue. A new, sensational DC Jack Kirby blockbuster. His name is Kamandi. It may seem like a strange name to you, but actually it is a sort of dramatic tribute to the people who once populated Command D, the last section of a large underground bunker complex. Now there is only the last old man and his grandson, who could well be the last boy on Earth. Chapter 1. Can this be the world that Granddad sent me to the surface to reclaim? Is this his dream of a joyous homecoming? Something had happened in the dim past. A natural disaster linked with radiation. The people in the bunkers lived out their lives and died dreaming of a day of return. The radiation would be gone, and the world they left would be waiting. This is not the New York I saw in the microfilm library. The city is gone, covered by the sea. Kamandi remembered his grandfather's tales about the years of the great shocks. Could this have been the time when New York met its fate? Kamandi could only guess. It takes several days of paddling for Kamandi to make his way up what was once the Hudson River. Suddenly, he sees people. There must have been other survivors. The sight of his own kind brightens Kamandi's spirits, but when he hails them, they stop all activity and stiffen with alarm. Hello there! Hello there! Then, with shouts and screams of fright, the people turn and bolt into the woods along the shoreline. Hey! The next moment, all signs of their presence fade into silence. Kamandi has seen similar behavior in old wildlife films, animal herds fleeing a waterhole at the appearance of a predator. Wow, they sure don't take to strangers. Well, I'll call again. But soon after, Kamandi continues upriver. An explosion. It's in the bunker area. It's Kamandi's turn to feel the icy touch of fear when he reaches the bunkers. I booby-trapped the grounds before I left. It looks like we've had unlucky visitors. Armed looters. They've always been a problem to Grandfather and myself. Up till now, we've managed to dodge them. But this is different. Grandfather is alone in those tunnels. Alone and probably frightened. Ignoring the two victims of his security measures, Kamandi rushes in to find his kinsmen. If my traps didn't get all the looters, they may be in there too. There are endless miles of time-worn corridors filled with steel and circuitry of a vanished technology. But the echoes that filter down to Kamandi are alarmingly alive. Voices ahead. Blast the luck, some of the looters have broken in. Then, hey, look at these, Finn. Books, maps. Do you think these animals... Forget it. Animals don't read books or maps. Now just Grab what you think we can sell. Oh, no, no. This toothless old beast gave us quite a battle before we bagged him, but his hide's worth nothing. Grandfather, instead of hiding, he tried to stop them. You cold-blooded murderers! You killed Grandfather! You killed Grandfather! Kamandi drops the looter before him and, overcome with grief, cries unashamedly over his terrible loss. Stack, what happened? Forgive me, Grandfather. You needed me, and I wasn't here to help you. A second later, Kamandi is confronted by the remaining intruder. Stack, where are you? What? What in blazes? Stay back. This time you won't. You're up. A wolf. Kamandi is almost frozen into shock at this strangest development yet. He realizes now that the world known to the people of the bunkers has undergone radical changes, or no longer exists. There are now vast differences between the things Kamandi's being taught and what he now sees. I must be having nightmares. A wild animal that talks and totes a weapon and sets booby traps too, I'll bet. You're the one who finished off my men. Stay back. Well, the fellow who trained you must have been a genius, if anything. Here, give me that gun. Come on. I won't hurt you. Easy, easy. You come one step closer and I'll shoot. I mean it. The wolf lunges with incredible swiftness. Gotcha! Not yet, you haven't. Ow! You'll beg now that I've drawn your fangs. My fangs aren't all in a pistol. I know karate, too. You savage young wolf. Oh! How's that for training? This'll teach you a little more respect for real people. What? Reaching for your weapon, eh? You'll never use it again. You'll never use that precocious brain either. I've got to make a run for it. It's my only chance. That's it. Make a chase of it. We'll have a bit of sport before I nail you. Kamandi suddenly leaps into the air onto a crossbeam. This old power cable must do the trick. Or Kamandi's pursuer still charges, still shoots. Animal fury blinds him to the cable, which is hooked to power above and penetrates the stagnant water on the tunnel floor. So I've treed my clever little quarry. Yeah, being treed is not being caught, dummy. Power on. And not long after, Kamandi once again leaves the bunker complex. This time, never to return. Bye, Grandfather. We did our best for each other. Now, sleep peacefully in your world while I see the rest of mine. Those wolves won't be using this vehicle anymore. It'll provide both transportation and shelter, though I don't really know where I'm going. Luckily, my education included the study of Army Ordnance manuals. It shouldn't be tough to get this kinky truck on the road. Whoops, I did too well. Bucks like a horse and makes sounds like a coffee pot. But this wolf wagon is moving. Kamandi is soon out of the woods and traveling on an aged highway. Then, there's something behind me. It's pulling up fast and getting louder. His rear view mirror is a kind of periscope affair, but it shows Kamandi with horrifying accuracy what his new situation is. The jumpin' jackrabbits. I'm in the path of a cavalry charge. I hope I can make it to a side road. Kamandi's luck holds. He's able to turn off the highway in time to avoid an uncomfortable development. Rally here! Form as skirmishers! Whoever they are, I'm glad they ignored me. But Kamandi's curiosity is aroused. He parks his vehicle and doubles back on foot. Tigers. They're tigers. The enemy has fallen back to this area. We must drive them from cover. We're ready, Great Caesar. Majestic, imperious, the classic image of a sovereign leader. If Great Caesar is his name, it surely fits him. Send out the scouts. Platoons assume attack formation. The king of tigers. He's a sight to behold. Suddenly, Kamandi snaps about and looks above him. A sniper. He's zeroed in on the king tiger. This isn't my fight. I should stay out of it, but I can't. I just can't let him shoot that tiger. Hey, what? So, we have a hidden ally. An animal cub, no less. Well, you belong to Caesar now. Let me go. Enemies in the field, men. Load lances. Forward at a trot. Forward at a gallop. Charge for Caesar and victory. Kamandi finds himself swept across a large grassy field which rocks with the thunder of war. The enemy leaps from cover to fight and flee. Fall back and regroup. We can't hold this charge. Leopards. They're fighting leopards. Death to the enemy! Leopards in trees are a dangerous force, but leopards caught in an open field are prey to a powerful, overwhelming enemy. Yet they fight fiercely against Caesar. Caesar must be protected by magic spells. His men fall, but he doesn't. We can't stop him. The leopards turn to retreat across the fields, but the scepter, which Caesar uses as a mace, also shoots a laser beam. The field behind them is burning. The enemy is cut off from retreat. Ha ha ha! They have no choice but to fight or surrender. However, I can't direct the battle to its end and still protect this unusual pet. Adjutant, have him taken to the royal city. See that he's cleaned and cared for until my return. It shall be done, Great Caesar. All right, calm down. Don't give me any trouble. You're Caesar's pet, not mine. Now knock it off. Oh. A sharp blow puts Kamandi temporarily out of action. When he awakens, his senses slowly tell him that the scene has changed. Oh, my head's spinning. What's happening now? I'm in some sort of rickety hay wagon. When full realization of his predicament strikes him, Kamandi feels the heavy touch of despair. His equipment is gone. He is helpless to escape from what is obviously a vehicle used by dog catchers. It looks like I'm headed for the royal city, but I doubt if I'll get a royal welcome. Chapter 3. The Royal City, Canos. It's a place like no one of Kamandi's kind has ever imagined. Transported through the city of tigers, which he could scarcely see from his cage, Kamandi now finds himself in a larger one, where the reversal of roles between man and beast is sharply brought home to him. Yeah! Stop that yelping! You'll get your slop soon enough. Get back there. What a sad fate for man. It's well that I'm the only one of my people left to see this. Our new guest seems a bit shy. Better dive for your lunch, pup, before the others empty this bowl. Wolves, tigers, and now dogs. I wonder what other wonders the years of radiation have produced. Kamandi watches in silence as his human companions attack the bowl of ill-smelling food and each other. This kind of show is not for me. I'm going to escape or die. The new pup doesn't look very happy, does he? Well, he'll soon perk up. Great Caesar will treat him better than he treats us. Too bad he'll be leaving us. He's brawny for his size. Could fight in him too, but I could train him to fight in the arena. By Caesar, I think you're right. Look at him. He's a real fury. That's enough now, cub. My patience is growing short. Hey, stop him. He's bolting the kennel. Oh, don't worry about it. The boys outside will handle him. And outside the kennel, oh, it's Caesar's pet. He's escaped the kennel. Uncoil that hose. Turn on the water. He'll stop him. He needs a cleaning anyhow. Hey, take it easy with the pressure. Caesar'll skin us if we hurt him. He sopped up more water than a sponge. I think it's time to make him shine for the Emperor's victory celebration. Let's hop to it. Later. Great Caesar will be mighty pleased with what we've done with his new pet. Yeah, we should be given a medal. The little dandy fought us every inch of the way. Kamandi is led out to a huge open plaza where Great Caesar and his officials are gathered for some kind of ceremony. Hold it right there, pet. In the name of a mighty warhead which guides our destiny, Great Caesar once again returns victorious in battle against our enemies. From beneath the ground, rumbling echoes are heard. Then, as the assembled worshippers kneel in homage, the warhead slowly rises from its aged silo. All hail to the warhead! Hail to the warhead! Built in the past to make men secure, it failed to help them against the real tragedy. Now it fulfills another purpose, undreamed of by its builders. Hear our praise, warhead. Keep us strong, oh warhead. We honor Dr. Canis, the keeper of the warhead, for his untiring service in its well-being. The work of this Dr. Canis is over. I've got plans for that old atomic warhead. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to make things really hot for all of you. What? Great Caesar's laser rod is the answer. Here goes. Stop him! Stop him! Hey, what's going on back there? I'll need this, Your Majesty. That atomic missile must have a heat trigger to explode it. No! No! Kamandi, filled with despair, activates the laser rod to full power. Drop that weapon! You don't know what you're doing! Yes, I do! That's what I thought. Give me that! I'm Dr. Canis! You'll die with the rest of us, Canis! You young fool! This isn't the only way out. The world still has alternatives for you. As what? As a pet? As a hunted animal? Like those wild humans? Do you think I'd live like that? Stop it. I'm going to do all I can to save your neck. So cooperate and trust me. I'm a dedicated researcher and highly respected here. If you're lying, Canis, I'll... The next moment. My laser rod. Good work, Canis. That mad animal could have caused great harm. Oh, don't punish him, great Caesar. This poor creature's in a nervous state. He hasn't had time to be properly oriented. I'll make him docile. All he needs is a few good beatings. Just turn him over to my trainers. I beg a favor, Majesty. Let me have him. I need one such subject for animal behavior study. Enough! Take him then, Canis. Do with him as you wish. He's made a mess of my triumphant return to Royal City. Thank you, great Caesar. The results of my test shall yield more information to aid you in your campaigns against hostile races. Later, in the laboratory of Dr. Canis. What now, Canis? Are you going to teach me to fetch your slippers? Someone who packs a survival kit and sidearms can do better than that. Yes, and that someone knows how to explode an atomic missile, doesn't he? I've been aware of phenomena like yourself for some time now. That's just great. What happens to us phenomena? Do we wind up in freak shows? Step in here, please. Don't be frightened. We may as well get this over with, but I warn you, try to hurt me, and I'll... Kamandi cautiously enters the adjoining room. He peers into the gloom for signs of whatever devilish instruments wait for him. But he is stunned by what he sees. A human? But is he like all... I see you brought back company, Canis. He speaks coherently. And that costume he's wearing, I've seen illustrations of it in old books. I wouldn't exactly classify him as an old illustration. I'd call him a wonder of animal adaptation to hostile conditions. Show him, friend. He's beginning to glow, like radiation does in the dark. That's right, his body chemistry is radioactive. See his hand press that circle on his chest? What is he doing? The harder he presses, the brighter he glows. His hand pressure acts as a damper rod. He's a natural atomic pile. Hold it. Easy on the pressure. Don't worry, Canis. I've got no reason to fission. Of course, the boy might get a real treat if I did. All in good time. It's best to go about these things methodically. That circle, boy, is a sort of protective covering for his cyclo heart. It's an organ that also functions as an atom smasher. Keep up that kind of talk and you'll frighten him, Canis. He'll think I'm a living A-bomb. The processes are similar, boy, but the explosions are, well, different. Besides, this old spacesuit is made to control radiation leakage. Well, the only thing that matters to me is that you exist. And you are real, aren't you? Do you have a name? I'm Ben Boxer, and it's downright refreshing to see such curiosity. You're real, all right, and this costume is real. Real. It's true, friend. Why, I'm as real as you are. Kamandi doesn't know who this man is, or why he is there. But he does know that in the strange new world he faces, there is now a tiny glimmer of hope. Thank heaven. Thank heaven. Man is down. But he's not out. Kamandi can keep going now despite the perils. He has the purpose to live. The first trial has passed for the last boy on Earth. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. All complete in the next issue. A shocking discovery unearthed in what remains of a once great modern city. Kamandi finds it and releases a fury never before imagined by the mind of reasoning man. The last boy on Earth and Ben Boxer plunge into the Year of the Rat.